The chapters assigned to me were Chapter 1, Nature of Mathematics, and the lesson from Chapter 5, Efficiency, which was assignment problem. As a marketing student, out of these two topics, I think the one that can help me the most is assignment problem, especially because my field involves a lot of collaborative tasks, which means allocating these tasks to different group mates. And assignment problem can help me in allocating these tasks based on skills and knowledge instead of just choosing which one is easier or avoiding which one that looks difficult. A particular concept that struck me the most was the topic on propositions, because it showed me math as a language, which was something I was a bit confused at first. And if I were to rate the difficulty of the topic assigned to me, it would be 8. When I first got to see this topic in a VLQ, I was unfamiliar with it, so it was a bit confusing, but when I was able to understand the steps, it became more comprehensive for me. Out of the two topics assigned to me, the assignment problem is the one that piqued my interest the most, because in collaborative works at school, I'm used to being the one who chooses my own parts instead of allocating the tasks. But with assignment problem, it can be helpful. 3 words I can use to describe this is helpful, applicable, and realistic. Throughout listening to topics, Miss Alana would give her share on different stories related to the topics, which were real-life examples, and it has helped me realize how these topics can be applied outside of the campus or outside the classroom. I find it applicable and helpful as these can be used in situations, and it is not about just solving these problems, but how we can apply these into real-life occurrences.
Hello, I am Attwa, and today I'll be sharing my reflection on Chapter 2, Consumer Mathematics, and Chapter 5, the Transportation Problem. So, as a marketing student, I've always envisioned myself starting a business someday. That's one of the reasons why I chose marketing, because in business, we need customers to succeed, and marketing brings them in by connecting with them. Chapter 2, Consumer Math. I can see myself using simple interest if I take out a loan for business capital to fund my future small business. On the other hand, I would use compound interest for saving and if I want to grow my money over time. While in Chapter 5, the transportation problem can be applied in the logistics part of my business. I'm not entirely sure what kind of business I'll start yet, but if it involves deliveries, I'll need to optimize time and transportation costs. So it's a bit complex and can feel overwhelming, but I genuinely enjoy the challenge. One topic that really sparked my interest was stocks and bonds, especially after hearing how it's changed people's lives financially. It's something I've always been curious about, but afraid to explore since no one in my family has ever invested, so it felt like unfamiliar territory. But after learning how it works, even just the basics of buying stocks when it is low and selling it when it is high is already great starting knowledge to have. If I could describe my experience in this course, in 3 words, they would be: number 1, unexpected. So I expected to learn full-on algebra, but got real-world lessons that were mind-boggling but fun to learn. Number 2, helpful. I genuinely believe I'll apply what I learned here in real-life situations, especially since I am indecisive. So lessons like the assignment problem, methods of voting, decision-making, and games when deciding on what to do or what to eat. Motivational. This course reminded me of why I used to love studying. I was so burnt out from senior high school that I did not find anything interesting to learn anymore. But this course really reignited that spark in me again. It felt good to be motivated again, to feel my brain working, growing, and genuinely enjoying learning. So with that, this is Haifa signing off.
Hello Miss, I'm Fisher YD Villacorta II, your student from GE Math W, Section Y08. Before I begin with the lessons and challenges that I've learned from your class, I would like to thank you for pushing not only me but everyone in the class to our limits, which helped us to be more effective in terms of school and life. So to begin with, how can I apply the concepts from the chapter that I've been assigned to my field? So I've been assigned to Chapter 3 about communication. To apply the concepts that I've learned to the business field is helping me understand encryption, coding, and error detection work, helps in appreciating how data is securely and accurately transmitted over the internet or networks. Because in business, communication is everything to clarify and secure a safe and well transaction. The concept of cryptography, especially public key encryption, struck me the most. It's amazing how complicated math is used to keep our data safe and our privacy. At first, the idea that two people can safely talk on a public channel without ever sharing a password seemed like a magic, but it's all because of math. For me, Chapter 3 is a 9 out of 10 because it's fun to understand the concepts like shift ciphers and crypto systems of how it works. But other than that, parts like hamming code are challenging, which needs time to understand, but at the end, giving effort will result in a good outcome, which is to understand the concept. I became interested in error correcting codes since they are being used in today's world, like having QR codes and data transmission, which is very essential in our society for accuracy. I want to learn more about how these things are being designed and its other uses for our world. Three words to describe my experience here in GE Math W are dedication, striving, and presentability. In the class, I learned to be more dedicated to the task given to me since every problem is an opportunity since it's going to be one of the reasons that will help me in the future. Next is strive, because pushing myself to be the best that I can is something important in life since we won't settle for less and overcome that feeling of being okay with an average. Lastly is presentability, which means that you should always be ready, organized, and well-mannered since that kind of skill is one of the things that every company is looking for.
Good day, my name is Sandoval, and today I will be reflecting on math and decision sciences and shortest paths. First of all, I would like to say that these chapters are definitely the most interesting for me to learn. With math and decision sciences, it has definitely broadened my scope of knowledge in terms of what goes on in decision making, especially with game theory. We find it very interesting how every game has science to it, even children's games. And it was very fun for me because learning this lesson, even I started analyzing the games that I like to play. And as an advertising student, this lesson is helpful in media planning and developing advertising strategies to be more competitive, and also by understanding consumer preferences and behaviors and how to strategize around that. Next would be Chapter 5, Efficiency, Shortest Paths. I would say that this is my most favorite lesson throughout this entire course because personally I really love puzzles. I'm very fond of very challenging puzzles, and Shortest Paths was such an exciting logic maze-like challenge for me, and exercising my knowledge on this lesson really elicits a very rewarding and satisfying feeling for me. I think that learning Shortest Paths is helpful for a business student because it helps us to be more analytical and methodical with problem solving. In terms of challenges, the challenges that I have faced would probably be developing that habit of practicing doing math because I was never really proficient in mathematics. Three words that I would like to use to describe this course would be exciting, challenging, and appreciation. Firstly, exciting because I have never been this interested in mathematics. I think it was very exciting knowing how a lot of the world, our everyday lives, has math involved in it, and I think that's what's helped me be more motivated in learning this subject. Next would be challenging. Of course, math is challenging for me, and so as for other people. So I definitely found it challenging, but it still rushed that learning something that I would find this complex that really motivates me to pursue this course. And lastly, appreciation. I've had the privilege to have Miss Alana Hernandez to be my professor. She has definitely helped me, and so has other of my classmates, to be more purposeful with life. And she's definitely helped me appreciate mathematics because I can see how passionate she is with her teachings. And she's definitely given us so many tips and life advices that can definitely help me throughout life and will definitely carry on throughout my career. Thank you.